And I'm Brian Sterling down at the live desk tonight. That's right, we've got several big stories that are developing here at the top of the show, including a two-star general killed in an attack on a base in Afghanistan. We will get you up to speed on how this happened. Also, that 9-year-old boy stabbed to death on a playground. A 12-year-old suspect just officially charged. And 24-Hour News 8's Ken Kolker was at that arraignment. Ken, the cameras weren't allowed in the courtroom, but certainly that couldn't have taken away from the emotion and the agony of this hearing. What happened today?
Yeah, it was really very difficult to watch as he walked in. The suspect, his name is Jamarian Lawhorn, looked more like an 8-year-old, except that he was wearing shackles.
Charged in juvenile court for killing 9-year-old Michael Connor Ververke, whose friends called him Connor. We're identifying him because he was charged as an adult and because of the seriousness of the offense.
It was random. There was no reason. It wasn't provoked. They weren't fighting. There was no words exchanged. It was just malicious.
Her 9-year-old son witnessed what police are calling the unprovoked attack in a playground at Pinewood Village Mobile Home Park in Kentwood. She says her son was one of the two boys with Connor at the time. The other boy was 7. Her son told her that Lawhorn, who they didn't know, walked up to them in the mobile home park and asked if they wanted to play.
He came to on our street and got the kids to go to the park.
The other boys then went to the playground with him.
The kids were talking to him, asking him where you from, what you doing?
Then her son told her he pulled a knife out of the sand and started stabbing Connor in the back. Connor ran to his home bleeding from the back and collapsed. Her son ran to his home across the street.
He locked the door. Everybody get in the house. He was scared to death.
Police were trying to confirm that the attack was random.
It's very difficult to understand, why this would happen to a 9-year-old.
And why it would be a 12-year-old who would do it?
Right.
The suspect walked to a neighbor's house to call 911, told dispatchers he had stabbed someone, that he had taken pills, and that he wanted to die. The young suspect we found has no record, no contact with juvenile court. He lives about a block west of the mobile home park. His family, including his mom, was in court with him today, but didn't comment.
No, thank you.
As for Connor's family, they said they were too shaken to talk.
He was such a happy kid and always smiling, always. And he talked all the time, too. He was always talking.
She says she hasn't told her son that his best friend died. I mean, how do you explain this to your son?
I have no idea how to explain it to my son. I haven't even thought about it yet. I've been dreading it all day.
Now, if he's found guilty, Lawhorn could be held in the juvenile facility until he's 21. Then the judge could decide whether to cut him loose or send him to an adult prison. Now, the longest he actually could get life in prison, but not life without parole. Live in Grand Rapids, Ken Kolker, 24-Hour News 8.
Yeah, Ken, real quickly, elaborate a little bit on that. Charged as an adult but tried in juvenile court. How does that work?
Well, they call it a blended sentence where they charge him as a juvenile, and then the court gets some leeway there where they can actually, keep an eye on him until he's 21 years old. And then if he's rehabilitated, if he feel he's rehabilitated, then they could cut him loose.
All right, Ken Kolker, much more coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We look forward to that report.